Afternoon, live kayo sa RMNDZ XL Manila, si Radyo Man Lourdes.
Yes, magandang hapon po, Ma'am Lourdes. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng taga-pakinig ng RMN Manila.
Attorney, nakarating na ho ba sa inyo, kapapasok na balita lamang, hindi na ho matutuloy yung eleksyon?
Yeah, pinakita ho ng isang staff natin yung isang social media post that the Commission on Elections had already postponed the holding of elections in March 30. 2026. So medyo klaro na, no, yung decision ng COMELEC na ipagpaliban muna yung halalan sa ngayong 2026.
Okay, so ano po ang epekto nito sa inyo and sa inyong mga residente? Sabi ko nga last time, may mga kababayan kayong naghanda rin naman para kumandidato. At may mga naghanda ho talaga. So ano po yung impact nito as a whole sa BARM, attorney?
Well, currently ho, yung preparations ng lahat ng interesadong sumali sa halalan sa 2026 sana ay I mean including the political parties have already been preparing for it since 2022 practically. And nakita yung extent ng preparation ng 2025. I mean before for the October election sana, but hindi rin natuloy, and then of course there were a series of delays in the passage of a new districting law, and the COMELEC has practically suspended naman yung filing of certificate of candidacy as far as the district representatives is concerned. So medyo nabigyan tayo ng oras para lalong maghanda ulit para sa susunod na halalan.
Wala ho bang nangangamoy na iakyat ito sa Korte Suprema, attorney?
Well, hindi ho natin madi-discount yan. It's always a possibility. But I think on the legal side, alam naman ho natin ang Commission on Elections ay wala talagang power or walang poder para mag-set ng halalan, particularly in the first Bangsamoro parliamentary elections. It is always Congress who has the power to set or reset the date of the elections for the Bangsamoro parliamentary elections. And currently, meron ng pending bill filed by Congressman Zia Adyong setting the elections to September 28, 2026.
Opo. Attorney, first election, pero parang hindi ho nararamdaman yung urgency niya, yung kahalagahan niya. Siyempre, nakakatakot din sa iba na baka isipin na talagang hindi kami importante sa gobyernong ito eh. Baka magsimula na naman po ba yung girian?
Yes, isa rin ho yan sa mga fears natin. That's an understandable fear. Excited ang mga tao, excited ang lahat para ma-exercise yung democratic rights nila, and especially this is the first parliamentary elections. But of course we have no control dito sa Bangsamoro. Wala ho kaming control sa aspect na yan. The national government has full control over it. They decide. The BTA is a creature of Congress, and we're waiting for the outcome of the laws that are the bills pending in Congress.
Oo, attorney, parang sa panig ho ninyo, parang ang tagal na rin ho ninyong nakaupo, di ba, yung BTA? Yung
yes, worried ho kami na despite itong mga achievements namin sa transition period, baka mawalan ho ng tiwala yung mga mamamayan sa amin.
Kasi baka sabihin, yan ang gusto nyo para habang buhay na kayo nakaupo dyan eh, di ba?
Opo. That's an understandable sentiment. But what we can do here in the BARM is to continue our work, to continue the unfinished legislations that are supposed to be passed by us. Isa na lang ho yung naiiwan, yung revenue code, and it's a difficult task actually to pass pass revenue legislation.
Oo.
And we're given more time to come up with a better version of a revenue code.
Attorney, may lumabas lang ho no, na baka pwedeng itanong din sa inyo. Naniniwala daw po ba kayong sinasadya ito ng national government?
I cannot judge itong mga events na nangyayari on my own. Ang gusto lang ho talaga natin is magkaroon ng halalan. Gusto rin natin na matapos na ito at mag-culminate na yung transition period, no? At of course, yung mga dapat ma-implement sa transition period is a bilateral task, or it is a mutual task between the parties to the peace agreement. So hanggat hindi ho natatapos yung transition period, ibig sabihin no, it is also an opportunity for completion of certain aspects of the peace process that needs to be implemented before the transition ends.
Ay, salamat po. Attorney, alam mo, ayoko sana itanong to, pwedeng hindi nyo rin po sagutin, no? Itong usapin dito sa ambush kay Governor, naging
Mayor Akmad.
Sorry, kay Mayor. No?
Mayor Ampatuan.
Oo, naging controversial siya because of the weapon. Ginawa pa nga siyang meme. Pag nagsiselos ang mga jowa raw sa area ng Mindanao or BARM, ganito raw magalit. Attorney, talagang normal na ganun yung mga weapons? I mean, kala ko ba namin na isuko?
Well, it's a significant crime, ma'am, actually, considering na yan yung first time, I believe it's first time on record na nagamit ang isang rocket-propelled grenade as a means to an assassination attempt, no? If you recall, even my father was may attempt din ho sa kanya in 2012, but hindi ganun ang ginamit. But my point is, it's a significant event or crime na nangyari na RPG ang ginamit. And we are worried na itong mga weapons na this kind of weapons are proliferating, no? And alam ho ng militar na yung mga firearms na ganyan, yung mga weapons na ganyan are locally made. So there is, I think, we believe that there is a need to control or to pursue the disbandment of groups that make such kind of weapons. Meron ho tayong ginagawang bill ngayon, ma'am, actually, dito sa BARM that aims to control and regulate the ownership and possession of firearms, no? Because we believe that is the first step. Dapat dito mismo manggagaling sa amin. We cannot wait anymore for the national government to act on this situation.
Attorney, sandali, locally made. Diyan lang patagong
Dito lang ginawa. Dito lang ho ginagawa yung mga of course there have because of the armed struggle, may mga pumasok po talagang mga imported weapons, similar weapons. But since time na naging creative na ho ang mga fighters noon, they have made their own rocket-propelled grenades. So nakaproduce sila ng mga locally. And they are capable of some have been capable of making such weapons.
Attorney, sandali, di ba naging usapan na isusuko yung mga armas?
Yes, and marami rin hong naisuko na sama sa decommissioning, but hindi ho na-stop yung production ng mga gun makers natin dito sa Bangsamoro, and they are not possibly they do not belong to the liberation organizations.
Okay, pwedeng mo sabihin ito po ay kalaban, hindi sang-ayon.
Currently they are criminals. They are criminals. They do not belong to the revolutionary movements.
At kilala sila ng BARM officials?
Ang masasabi ko natin is alam ho ng mga militar, and there have been a series of operations in the past. They have been raiding itong mga gun makers in the past, and I believe yung mga ganyan yung mga bibihirang mga nakalusot na mga mga weapons.
Attorney, maraming salamat sa update. Thank you rin na lagi kayong bukas sa amin. Nakatutok po kami sa bar. Mabuhay po kayo, attorney. Magandang hapon
Yes,
po.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Maraming salamat.